The LSU Track and Field season starts in January, and Macey Theriot will be a part of that squad. But she just as easily could have been playing college soccer instead.
One thing that I've always loved about soccer is running.
Right.
Which, this is gonna sound so weird, but like whenever I was younger, we would do our warm-up lap for the flying squirrels, and the girls were like, oh my gosh, why are you like enjoying this? And I'm like, I don't know, this is kind of fun. But I never decided to make that jump to run track or cross country because I'd always relied so heavily on soccer, you know? My plan was to play soccer in college.
The Flying Squirrels was her youth soccer club, one of a few in her career, along with Baton Rouge Soccer Club, but it was with the Louisiana Force where she started to shine on the field.
Macey just joined us a few years ago, and she had been at Baton Rouge, came here, and Macey's unique quality is that the kid just does not stop. She works so hard. She is, you know, any coach's dream come true as far as just effort and work and just energy. She's fit as can be, and she runs and runs and runs when everybody else is gassed and stopped.
Personally, I came from a team with a very different skill set than this team. And so that transition meant a lot of perseverance and individual discipline that made me a better person overall, which has transitioned very well into my track career because track is such an individual sport. So to me, this team not only meant development of skills or making myself just a better soccer player, but also making myself a better person and understanding that getting better doesn't take just wanting to be better.
She would go on to play for state championships at Parkview Baptist, and Theriot's teammates with the Eagles praised her positivity as much as her talent.
Macey's great to play with. She's always picking everyone's heads up. Her energy is always high. You make a mistake, she's there telling you it's okay, keep going, keep trying, don't stop, you know. She's been a pleasure to play with at Parkview and while she was here with us too.
She will always lift your spirits. Like if you're having a bad day, Macey will make sure like you're okay and she'll check up on you, and she'll just always, like, she's always there and she's always being positive to everyone around her, so she's a great teammate.
Theriot's dad also played soccer, but that's not the sport he's known for. You might have heard of him. Ryan Theriot, the former LSU player who spent 7 years in the major leagues. Between that and her mom being a cheerleader at LSU, there was no doubt she was destined to be a Tiger, just not on the field, but instead on the track.
So I did have a few options to play soccer in smaller colleges. As soon as the opportunity was presented to run track at LSU, I knew that it was God's work in my life because it was so random. My dad obviously played baseball there and my mom cheered, and so it felt like a legacy that I just was ready to overtake. You know what I mean?
She got offers from a lot of schools, so it was smaller schools and so forth, and she wanted to go to LSU. Her dad's an LSU alumni, so they were kind of fixed on LSU, and I think that was the issue. She could easily played at some of the other mid-majors and so forth because she had offers.
So as Theriot follows in her parents' footsteps on her way to LSU, she puts soccer in her rearview mirror. But she says that has not been easy.
I've already missed it so much. There's something different about soccer compared to track. It's such an individual sport to just run your race and then be done and look at your time and be like, wow, I improved from last race. But how did you influence your teammates? You did it. For soccer, it was giving each other feedback, you know, listening to each other, really having to work on your relationships with each other and the coach.
After LSU, Theriot wants to own a business and help change people for the better. Her past teammates can attest to her ability to do just that, and her new teammates will get a chance to experience it as well. She just won't be hurdling down the soccer field anymore, but rather hurdling down the track. In Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I'm Paul Boron.